with my Switch. I don't know what I'll be doing. Probably sitting around for a little while in between. So
Mm.
just kick it. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's gonna be fun.
I guess that's what a lot of your time is spent doing. I guess on set, you're just kicking
Yeah,
around, waiting to
on my
get,
phone a
to do
lot.
your thing.
I
Yeah.
mean, the good thing about when calls the heart that I kind of figured out that you can that I have those outer ear things, the outer ear like headset thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I can wear my normal like film headset that goes into my ear for listening to my boss, and I can also like listen to a book and stuff. So
Oh, I got you.
I was doing that, and that was really nice. That helped because the days get pretty.
Yeah, yeah. Sounds like it. My roommate does a lot of film and same type of thing. He just tells me like, it's just about staying busy, but also good to go while waiting around. Um, but right, right. Just trying to set this camera up right. Where do I want it? Oh, okay. Are you?
Yeah, I'd say that's my
That's
I'm a
your go-to?
medium to long range. I'd say
Mm.
like what would your
I'm a what is it? Precision, I guess mostly.
yeah.
Uh, but medium to long, yeah, that's my go-to. I just did I finally progressed the main story and did that whole what a wild scene, man.
Right?
Like the when yeah, you're looking for the backup or whatever, and then all of a sudden these people show up and oh my god, dude. That was wild. And then that battle where you're blowing the pieces off of Gaia there or whatever it is. I'm not sure what it is yet. But what an amazing scene. And I'm like, who are these people? These futuristic people. Like they did so much. I
Oh,
know.
oh, you got to that part?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
The
not trying.
the the
Like, I'll
white
cut
the
this out of
white
the
people,
video. Yeah.
white people from space?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm
Fuck,
like, oh
dude.
my god, dude. That just adds so much lore and more to this
Yeah, when
game.
when that happened, you're just like I
I'm
was
just
like,
like, oh
what
my
the fuck?
god, yes. Like I
Yeah.
was like, like yeah, just overjoyed with that whole scene.
Yeah, that
Um,
that it made it feel so much bigger. I was
so
like,
much bigger, changes
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
It changed everything for me. But then I had to turn it off, so I literally haven't done anything after. Right now,
Uh,
Varro is just finding me washed up on a beach here or
mm.
whatever.
Yeah, he
So
seems to just be there, eh?
yeah, so I haven't done anything yet. Like he literally just showed up and I think and Aloy thought it was Ross for a second or something. Then all of a sudden, Varl shows up, and yeah, so cool, man. So freaking cool. I thought that was excellent.
Yeah, when the space Nazis came, I was like, oh, there you go. They look like it too. They look like space Nazis.
They do. And then you
I
have
was
that.
like, they look like the Aryan race times a fucking billion.
Yeah, once it like, because she's all like, well, they can't get in, so I have time. And then all of a sudden it's like, recognized. And I'm like, oh my
Yeah,
God, what?
yeah,
It blew my mind, dude. I was like, oh my God. Because then you just see her and you're like, what is going on? Like, there's so much more. I can't wait to find out this whole story now. I'm so eager,
yeah. I
even
know.
more than I was.
I know, man. I have to
Yeah.
work. I busted through Ratchet and Clank and Guardians of the Galaxy.
I heard Ratchet and Clank was really good.
Yeah, it was good, but it was like I don't know, it was short.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. Well, I mean, I beat it in like 3 days. I don't know. Like I guess it was a normal like Ratchet and Clank. Like I really liked it. Like it was cool. The guns were cool.
Mm,
Like I really enjoyed that. The voice acting was good and everything. It felt really polished and there was no loading, so it was like a really cool like benchmark of the PlayStation 5.
yeah,
It was like fuck.
that's that's awesome. That and I guess that brings that's what I really really loved about God of War, the first one, that I forgot to mention last time was it was all shot on one camera, like one shot. The whole game is one.
What is?
The God of War, the first God of War here on PlayStation
Yeah.
4, the whole game is shot with one camera. Like it doesn't cut, it doesn't bounce around, it doesn't go from loading screen when you enter things. It's one camera shot the whole game. And it's like that to me alone
Wow.
is such a feat. Like I'm like this is insane.
Like
Right from
Birdman.
beginning to end, man. No loading, no nothing. But yeah, but the whole same camera thing I thought was it's such an underappreciated thing they did. You don't hear that much. But that was
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
No, I love my God of War. I need to go back and beat it. It came in a weird spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, no medical berries. Oh, it's always the way. Oh, someone sees me. Fuck, just run, dude. Run, pig. Run, piggy. Oh yeah, I got a new mount. You get more mounts.
That's awesome.
I
That's
got
freaking
the
awesome.
pig, the one that you've been. But I met one of the T-Rex or wherever he was from the last one. You know, like the
Yeah.
big kind of like keystone enemy from the last game,
Yeah.
and he he kicked my ass. He's fucking. But he looks weird because all the new robots look like more because they look like they look like the animals inside black trash bags covered in armor. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
Like if you had like a suit that was like it's like a Venom suit. Seems like all the animals look like the skeletons of the animal with a Venom suit on, and then you
Hmm.
put armor on that Venom suit.
Hmm.
I don't know why,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel high, but
That's
right,
strange.
like
Yeah, I get you.
so like that's kind of and he doesn't really look like that. Like the old robots kind of look more like robots,
It's true.
like
Hmm. Yeah, interesting. I know yeah, that's a good way to put it, but I know they are working on a lot of things for this game
hmm.
as well.
What are you doing? What?
They're working on a lot of visual upgrade fixes and stuff for this
Oh
game
really?
too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's you can't. Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
I'm sure they
It's okay. I'm here.
I've got it.
will. All right, ready to. Are you ready to start the show?
Yeah, let's do that, buddy.
Dude, we can. Which is
Hey, easy. Easy there.
oh fuck.
Hey.
Boop.
It's right here. And the way you were clutching it when I found you, I knew it was important.
Where are
An outpost of the Utaru tribe. Not far from where you fell.
I'll fix this later.
2
There we
days.
go, and hello. Oh,
Aloy?
There's no time. I found something. In the mountains
West of Plains.
Did you want to keep playing this
Kept wondering
while
if I
streaming
encouraged you.
tonight, or
Look,
like,
Aloy, whatever
do you want
it
to
is that
jump
you
around
found,
to a different
you're
game?
in
Or...
no shape.
I will
we
crawl.
could do that. I mean, what do you
Okay,
want to do?
fine. But before you do that, there's someone
I
you should
just see
talk to.
everybody playing this. That's the thing. Like even
I know,
all
me
the,
too.
Like
Told me there's been trouble
But our
in
whole
those
streams
mountains.
now will just
Caves
going
spitting
forward
out
for a
deadly
little bit are
machines.
just gonna be. I was just
Yeah.
thinking of variety, like when we're discussing
Where
topics
do we
and,
need her?
and
Let's
doing
head for the
things.
That's true.
I didn't know if we just wanted to keep. Guess we can just keep it to
it's
this.
kind of
and
the it game right now.
Utaru territory.
it's true. It's hard to not play.
Her territory.
Yeah.
Just thinking about what they're watching while
She
we're
can help
talking
us.
for the next few
We'll
podcasts.
see.
Yeah, we can.
But I don't want
We
to
could
stop
take-
playing this game.
Yeah. So there you go.
So
So because I don't know, I watched It's a Gundam, and he just, as they talking, he just adds over like cut in things. So it's like, like he'll take the whole conversation, and then he'll just have like like animated frames kind of thing, like non-moving frames of him, like his character, to
Yeah.
cut into like the game playing as he talks. And
Yeah.
breaking the monotony like that seems to like
Aloy
look
doesn't
pretty
really
like.
should.
We just need to get our
That'd be
online
great. We just gotta edit it
personas.
that way, or like.
Yeah, I mean, it even
I
wouldn't be
told
that.
you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We
About
have
the
to
machines.
look at editing, but
In the mountains west of Plainsong.
I don't know.
I am a
I'm
grave singer. My place is here.
so I'm still into
We
just
can talk once
screwing
you're
this. Have people watch this as we talk.
Cool.
I think.
Yeah, no, that's all good. I was just bringing
What's
it up
wrong with
as like just a thought. Like we gotta go through the options there,
Her
but
name is Ray.
I'm cool with
And I'm
this.
sure,
too.
and I'm sure it will change. Oh
She's
my
one of our
good
land
God,
gods.
what is that?
And she's dying. But not just dying.
That is amazingly huge.
She's suffering. Her condition is
I'm
not your
actually going
concern.
to,
So,
if we are going
if-
to.
if
Hey
you-
guys, welcome to the show.
It's Aloy.
We're me and Jay are still playing Horizon Forbidden West because we're fucking hopelessly addicted to it.
Addicted.
Addicted but we wanted to talk to the news with you. We wanted to talk about the news with you guys today. So
Yeah.
oh my God, it's
A lot of stuff.
a lot of
dropping.
news,
About to do
A lot of
it.
news.
a lot of stuff.
A lot of juicy
Been
stuff.
so
And this
busy.
game is just so hard to put down. So
Yeah, so we want to just share in our pain. Really, I die so much in this game. I die so much as a crime.
It's true. Ugh. So Zed is playing on hard difficulty, so that's why, and I'm just running through here on normal. So anytime
But
I
you're
want to
probably
complain
having so
about
much
dying,
more fun than I
I
am.
feel like such a noob though.
Yeah, but you probably are having so much more fun.
It
than
is.
I
We
I
still
like
need
the
to
flow,
talk.
for
am.
sure.
Yeah,
Of course.
and it's just
But this way.
slow. I die a lot. And I think about my life a lot.
So I guess if you're watching the streams, though, the only thing is there are spoiler warrant alerts for this because you're gonna be watching us play through some missions here while we discuss things. If you don't want to get some Horizon stuff ruined or whatever, or if you just want to watch a little play along,
Our field's blighted.
join us or
Yeah, I mean, you can just
hold off.
listen to our spirited discussion. That's
Yeah, just yeah. We'll we'll make 2 videos. One of them just is blacked out video.
Another of our land gods. Went
Uh,
inside weeks ago.
Alright,
My
let's
God.
see if I can-
Still loving this game, that's for sure.
Yeah, right. Okay, so okay, let's order in the court. Order in the court. Where are we starting today? Do you want to start with the PSVR? They
Yeah.
finally
First sacred cave.
PSVR
they
2.
finally, yeah, are showing pictures of what they say it's gonna look like. So who knows? Who knows?
This
That's is that final word? I
Yeah,
believe
that's
final
it.
word,
Like
right?
that is it. Like that's the drop.
You said the tribe has trouble with its
That's the
fields,
look.
settlements.
That's the new look. To me, so
Whereas once the
much,
land gods understood endless
so much has
bounty
been
from the
upgraded and
fields.
changed from the
Now
first
they
one.
sow a poisonous
That
blight.
first one was like a test or
War,
something, and
bruising,
now this is the
traumatic,
real
so
one.
their rebels prowl
But
outside.
'cause
I have the first one.
Yeah, me
so-
too, and
Ever more
it
aggressive.
bothered my
Oh,
head
really?
sometimes. Yeah, the
Forces
fit,
to
it was a
desert
bit too tight
distant
sometimes.
villages. Now they're even
And too
coming
many
across
chords,
that cave.
going
Many of
on
the
and
tribe
stuff.
feel our days are
But
dwindling.
I loved it. It's a positive feel about it. I'm just mentioning the
Yeah,
things
but we're
that they
going
made
slow.
look better. It looks like they fixed and they really paid attention to with this new one.
I think
Ray and
that
machines like her, you call them gods? Land
I gotta
gods.
skip
yes.
this.
For
I think
generations,
that
they provided
I had
us
I had it,
seeding
and
and
it's
harvesting
the
fields,
long
plains,
cord was a problem.
food
I
for
mean, I'm
all.
sure all those things are
A
gonna get
miracle of
fixed.
endless
It
bounty.
was really the
A
games, man. Like there was
From the
nothing
machines.
that like
More than a
the what's
A
the
blessed
game?
land,
Until You
providing
Fall, I think
sustenance
is
for
the
my
game
people,
I
the
recently
reach
played on my VR that I was the reason I picked up my PlayStation VR was for Star Wars Rogue or whatever
So what
the
happened
Star
was-
Wars
Rogue One or something. Yeah,
yeah,
or Rogue,
the
whatever
fighter
it was.
pilot game, yeah.
Squadron.
And
Yeah.
and it was pretty trippy. But after I played a couple runs on that, I was like, like I don't know,
It lost its appeal
unless they have,
quickly, I guess, for you.
yeah, it lost its appeal really quickly, and all of the shooter games, Doom VR and stuff. I spent a bunch of money. Like when I got it, I was like super excited, right? I was like, oh yeah, and so I bought a bunch of games, and it really, I don't think I got as much out of it as I think. Like I've run
As you were
over to
expecting,
friends'
I'm
house.
sure.
Yeah, but like the problem with the PlayStation is the VR. Like I mean, I guess the idea of me sitting in my house alone, or I mean, I guess me sitting in my house with my girlfriend, you know, sitting beside me with a VR unit on my head, just like slouched over, like drooling, just gives me like horrific like nightmares. You know what I mean? Like so like I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
how like other than a few party tricks, like if you want to invest in something that's, you know, maybe $500-$600.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It looks cool, but like I don't know. I mean, I guess it is if you just have it. I mean, I am probably gonna check it out, right? Considering that it's, if it comes out early enough in the PlayStation life cycle, I might pick it up. But man, if they wait too long, you know what I mean? The PS5's already been out a year. Like if they wait as long as they did with the PS4 before they kind of, you know what I mean, and integrated it so like awkwardly, I don't know if it's gonna be worth getting a PS5, the PSVR 2.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get what
But
you
who
mean.
knows?
So they are, there's rumor that it's this fall.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, yeah, and I get what you mean about the first one. There was only a couple games. My favorite and the best thing that it did was Resident Evil 7. That was fun to experience and quite the experience in a VR. I couldn't do the whole game, like I had to switch back and forth from controller and PS4 after each like maybe an hour or two, and then I'd jump back.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just
So
because
how
of the
was the movement in
uncomfortableness.
that game?
It was
Was it?
really good, dude. Like I was very
Yeah.
impressed with that. Yeah. So definitely
So the cave is
something that
sacred
blew my
because
mind.
of
But I
shades of
understand
gray.
with the other game, like
No one
there
would
wasn't a
call
lot,
Father.
There was
Go
that,
inside?
but
Yes.
other than that,
Before the
you know, I could
derangement,
probably look at a list and
each
be like, oh
member
yeah, I enjoyed that too,
left
but I
the
just don't
fields
recall
and
right
made a
now. But
pilgrimage to the
Yeah,
cave.
right. And to have
hmm
something,
Always in the
I
same
don't know,
way.
to have something cost me
Bill
$500,
first,
$600 or
then
whatever, and to not be able to
Ray,
really,
then
agree.
me.
you know,
No,
be like,
I'm
you
with
So
you.
know,
on.
Yeah.
yeah, like to be like,
Skylar
oh
was
well, I
slayed
mean,
by
and I,
neighbors.
the
Each one
problem
reappeared
is that the
2 days
difference between
later,
like the Oculus
shining
and
anew,
those kind of VR things is
without
you
so much
don't
as a
need to
scratch.
have a
All
$700
soil and ornaments of
machine,
worship washed away.
$7,
The
To
house
play
$700
it
agreed
with.
to
Canadian
return as one of
to
the
play with. Yeah,
many
right.
holiday
And
festivals on her
that's the
calendar.
problem with the PlayStation
The
thing. Like,
arrangement
I mean,
changed the
like if
cycle.
they make it, you know, like it's weird because the system isn't dedicated to VR, so it is kind of like an afterthought. But it also,
But who
I mean, it
knows
would
what
be
they're
cool.
planning, right? Like
Yeah, like
I
they're planning
understand
it, but
what you
they're
mean,
not
but
really planning it. You know what I mean? Like I don't know a lot of studios that are like, oh yeah, we're gonna throw in AAA money into a VR game, and maybe that's what it needs. Maybe it needs just like a friggin' banger
hmm
like AAA game to have a VR like, you know, like
yeah,
a bit like add-on. I don't know, or
yeah.
like, I don't
After
know. I think that'd be
seeing
cool.
after seeing what VR did with Half-Life Alyx, um, the sky's the limit though. Did you play that, or did you at least?
I have not. I have not. So that was the game that was supposed to.
It's not
I probably
PSVR, but it is.
no. It's on Steam, and it's supposed to
Yeah,
be the game that just like knocks it out of the park.
but it
It's
does.
like, yeah.
It's beautiful and it's amazing. The movement looks great. It seems like, oh my God, they finally got it right. And I think that to me is a lot of hope for a lot of studios that looked at it going forward. Like maybe like they'll put a little more into it. I do think with this, like I said, that first one, and and I think you agree, like it was a test. They didn't really have a lot of product behind it, besides this high price tag for something we thought was going to be better. But there was so much I didn't like about it, such as still having to use those Move controllers, the ton of cords, the comfortableness, and all of that seems to be gone from this one, and they really worked on. And I love those looking at those controllers, and even looking at the specs when you compare it to the other headsets, VR, it really holds up and kind of takes over. So to me,
Yeah.
it's interesting. At least they'll be able to compete highly against all those other ones if they have the right games behind it. That's what it takes, like you said. It has to have the right backing, AAA backing, and blow my mind. And it seems like Half-Life Alex was that one thing. Hopefully PlayStation takes a few cues from that and does it.
Think they
Brings
can get
us.
it ported over? Do you
Yes.
think they'd ever?
I don't know about that one, but I hope they use
Over
that same
time,
idea and
the
quality
land
for
gods
something
stop the
else.
ritual,
Did you see
become
the
crazed
Horizons?
and brittle.
Coincidentally, they showed that there's a Horizons
3
kind of
weeks
thing
ago,
coming for it.
Far trudged inside.
For
Oh,
the headset.
really?
Yes.
Oh,
It's
really?
called
With
Horizon
voices
something
and
Mountain.
song.
And it looks
Praying
really
about
cool.
simple
They showed a
health
bit of
and
it when they announced the PSVR 2 a couple months ago or last
what
year.
has not
Oh,
happened,
Horizon Worlds?
what has
It's
on
Horizon something. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's Horizon Worlds.
There you go.
I don't think it has anything to do with Horizon.
No, it's more of just,
The way these-
hey, this is.
Yeah,
I
it's
think it's
like-
gonna be like, hey,
Gods
look what
come
this
and
can
go.
do.
It
And I
kind of
think
looks like a
Horizon.
me thing.
Mm.
Or like, they look like The Sims, kind of. I'm looking at
Called
it right
yourself
now.
a grave
Like,
singer.
they look like kind of like The Sims.
What does that mean?
They? What do you mean?
I think is Horizon's not
It is my task to
new
ease the
world
passage.
making? Horizon Worlds?
I
Or
try to
Horizon?
Oh no, that's not
bring
it. That's the
comfort
wrong one. That's a
and
free
sing of the
thing
renewal
that they.
that
That's
death
the
saves
wrong
way
one.
for.
Um.
But I
Okay.
never thought I would have to sing for one
I'll
of our
get the
land
name
gods.
here for you in a second. Yeah, that's not
Yeah,
the
I
one.
got
That's something completely
Really?
different.
Oh my god. So dumb.
Call of the Mountain.
What you did soothed her.
So
Oh.
yeah,
It's
look
not
at
your
that.
fault,
That's what
Call
they
of
have
the
a video.
Mountain.
Nothing more you could have done.
Mm-hmm. Call in the Mountain. So yeah, that works out perfectly to talk about that today, because
There you
that's
go.
Thanks for
yeah.
taking us in.
So who
Well,
knows?
it's the
That
one
could be
that
something
carried you
really
across the
cool they've
miles.
done.
I doubt anyone
Yeah,
else here would have
okay.
let us in.
Maybe they'll win me
Or
over.
stayed by
Maybe
my
I'll
side to
be
make sure
stuck
Aloy
in
was
a
comfortable. We were lucky to
virtual
find
world. Maybe they'll get me in
I
there.
could say the same
But
thing.
yeah, I mean,
Sounds like
if
you
it's
two have
fun,
been
you know.
spending a lot of
I
time
like.
together.
It's so funny
I
because
wish it
VR
hadn't
and the
taken an
move
injury.
stuff like seems to me like in a similar kind of world. You know what I mean? When everybody was like, "Oh yeah, like move, like all the stand up gaming and stuff."
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I don't know if it'll same kind of just peter
Catch
out
on
the
and
same way that
take
did,
off.
or yeah.
There's still a lot of love. I know what you mean. Even from me to just have a controller in my hand and stare at the actual TV and play a game.
Yeah.
Like I'm not tired of that. So I get what you mean.
Yeah.
I kind of want my gaming to be relaxing and not as intense as in like a headset and I have to stand up and have clear room around me, kind of thing. So
I know that's weird, eh? Like a lot of us
yeah.
don't have, the room.
Mhm.
A
That
lot of us
too.
live in
Yeah.
major cities, right? And we
Mhm.
don't have the room to can't clear out, my one bedroom apartment.
That's a
to
good
make
point.
room
But
for.
also, there's also a lot of games like the Half-Life Alex. You're not actually moving around. You're just you could stay still and then still just play. Like you don't have to run. There's buttons to
Oh,
move.
really?
There's button like you
If-
use a button to move and stuff, and you point to where you want
Yeah.
your player to go, and they go there and you pick up weapons. So you're moving your hands, but you don't have to necessarily be jumping from spot to spot in your living area.
Well,
We'll
I'll
see.
probably buy it then. There
The
we go.
specs,
I'll probably-
just
as long
to
as I don't have to move.
yeah, it's yeah.
As long,
They,
as long
they
as
took
that
away the
was part
PlayStation
of-
Move, so now you don't have
Yeah.
to move as much.
As long as I don't have to.
The
force
specs.
it,
I just want to point out some of the specs because it is
Take a look.
the way it compares. Like if you look at the pixels per eye, like the PSVR 2 2000 by 2040 per eye, and then like you look at things like the Oculus Quest is less than that. And then the Valve one is also less than that. The PlayStation is OLED.
Ooh.
The PlayStation also, the refresh rate, it's up there. You got 120 hertz. That it matches up to all the others on the market as well. And then you have actual eye tracking, which the other ones don't have. And it's something new. The range that it can go, the audio, the chords. They all have chords, but this one now is down to one chord. So they really have. They've made it seems like they're really going for it. Which
They're
they should.
trying.
If you're gonna do
And
it, do it right. It has to compete
Yeah.
against the other
Yeah.
on the market, or you just won't be anything.
Yeah, you can't do no shitty fucking
Yeah.
crap. Especially considering, they're Sony. Like they also are a brand. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
They've got a lot riding on, every decision they make.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that's your
Oh well,
PSVR
we'll
2.
see. Maybe
See how
we'll be
it goes.
playing Horizon Zero Dawn with
Stay tuned for more
with
news, such as
Daniel.
release schedule and stuff for that. But
Yeah, we'll keep following. We'll keep following the PlayStation VR because
absolutely.
I don't know. I gotta figure out when that's the best time to sell my other VR to buy my new one.
Good point.
That's no, just kidding. So yeah, so so I think that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
The PlayStation is pretty excited. What else?
Awesome.
What else are we talking about?
Give me one sec. I'm just
No,
gonna
I
be
got
right.
it. Yeah,
I'll
the
be right
Street
back.
Fighter.
Street Fighter 6. Yeah, give me one sec. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no.
Just gotta answer my door.
I'm writing. If anybody's following along in the snippets that I've been playing that I've been streaming, I now have a pig buddy. So I've upgraded from the Charger to the Bristleborn or Bristleback. Bristleback. Yes. I like the pig design a little bit better. Then I'm sorry. I like the animal design a little bit better than the last game. They all look just a little bit beefier, a little scarier, a little thicker. Back half. My pig's just kicking it in the back. Ooh, look at this. A new little base that I found. Golden Sphere. What's going on? New village. New village.
Hey, sorry.
Hello.
I am back. Had someone at the
Alright,
door. Thank you guys. That if you're watching and you saw that, that is the live version of our podcast. Definitely will be editing that. But yeah, how have you been since I left?
I found a new village.
Nice.
And I'm finding a new pit boss.
Ooh, so you
With a scalding spear.
Damn, dude, I love getting a bit of foresight into what's coming up for me.
This was I'm going back to hunt some stuff before I move on a little bit. So
right.
So I went back through another way, and it took me through this village.
Okay.
It's huge though.
Damn. All right, yeah. So before I took off there, we were gonna discuss Street Fighter 6 here. That announcement came down. So, are you a big fighting game dude? Do you do the fighters?
Yeah. I've been mostly playing the Mortal Kombat.
Very good one. 11?
Yeah, and I buy every single one of those that come through.
Did you do
I'll
the story?
Yeah, yeah,
Wasn't
yeah.
that
I love the
amazing?
story.
Like how beautiful was that story and the visuals and the actual storyline, the acting? Why can't they do that in a real Mortal Kombat movie? Why can't Ed Boon and Tobias just be there together and be like, no, what we did with Mortal Kombat 11, that should be the movie. Yeah, I was blown away, dude. I was so impressed with that. Yeah,
Yeah, there was so yeah, no, I'm super excited. I like the
yeah.
Street Fighter. That's kind of the fighting game that I started with, Street Fighter 2 back, a
Same.
billion years
Boom,
ago.
boom, boom. The World
So,
Warrior. How
yeah,
amazing. Yeah, same, dude. My
yeah,
starting
with
point as
Reagan
well.
telling you not to do drugs at the starting. Bam, 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 bam,
FBI warning.
bam. Yeah.
Winners don't use drugs. Yeah, that
That's what
blue
made the
screen.
game tough. I was like, "Whoa, fuck, does the
I couldn't
FBI know
get
what we're
past that
playing?"
boss. I kept losing to that drug boss.
It's the truth. No, I'm super excited. I don't know why. Is there a thing? Is there,
So, what do you mean, like
what's,
with the announcement and such?
yeah, is
Yeah,
there a big deal with the announcement? What's
the
going on with that?
problem. Okay, so Capcom. I love you, Capcom. I love you. It hurts me to say, but Capcom's been in a bit of hot water the last few years with, we'll say, borrowing things from other resources and not giving credit, such as Resident Evil 7. I think it was 7 or 4. No, Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
They lifted a lot of like their terrain, their walls. Like like someone released a book and said this is how they stole my artwork, and they
Oh,
literally
okay.
did. They stole her artwork for their backgrounds and such,
Yeah.
and didn't give her credit. And then from there, like now there's a thing. The announcement was they didn't show anything besides. Did you watch the little teaser thing? It's like 30 seconds, but it's
A
Ryu
little
against
bit, yeah.
Ryu and Luke, but then they have the symbol at the end, and it's SF6. You see it, and it's in that little six-sided, whatever. It's not an octagon, obviously, because that's 8. So sectagon. I don't know,
Yeah.
but either way, and
Hexagon?
it just says S and F. And then somebody comes out today. It's like an Adobe stock photo, and they just
Uh,
use that and they kind of twist it the like the F is kind of slanted, but it's the same thing. And they added a little tiny 6. Capcom, smarten up. Like just we want that old school Street Fighter logo, with the cool cartoonish writing and it just says Street
yeah.
Fighter. Like don't change that part. So a lot of people, and then someone comes out and goes, "I created this image on Adobe like 10 years ago," like, and it's just a stock image, and it's like, come on. And because of the record, you're already going, Capcom stole that, or like they're lazy for that. And the announcement wasn't that great. They didn't show us any footage besides Ryu in a
Yeah,
dark.
what a weird, like, why so little, right?
Why
Like,
so little?
why?
If you're gonna like announce a game like that, you need
Yeah.
to come at us with some trailer, an actual trailer, I think. And plus, there was a Capcom leak back in 2019 or no 2020 that released a lot of info that what Capcom was working on. So we knew about this. Obviously, they're working on Street Fighter 6 anyway. Like we know that, but it's been 2 years. You should have put a trailer together for us to announce this. And they made a countdown timer on their website for the last 2 weeks for this. There was a countdown timer. Everybody's like, what are they announcing? It's leading up to something, and
Yeah.
it coincided with the end of the Street Fighter Capcom Street Fighter tournament. So
Hmm.
a real life tournament, so that the timer ended, but they didn't go straight to the video. It waited and waited and waited at 1 second, or 1 minute, because the tournament wasn't over yet. So they tried to coincide timing. Then as soon as the tournament ended, they played this thing. I was hyped. I'm super excited, but once you think about it, it's like they should have done more for the announcement. But I'm a huge Street Fighter guy too, and I have Street Fighter 5. I bought all your DLC. I bought all the seasons, the champion editions, all the fighters. I play online. I have a nice record online, and I really I give Street Fighter a lot of my love and attention. So I am still excited for Street Fighter 6, and I've been waiting years. But do better, Capcom. That's all.
I mean, that's kind of corporate. Like, they don't give a fuck, man.
They
You know
really
what I
don't,
mean?
but they're showing it so nonchalantly, man. Like they're not even trying. They're just lifting things from Adobe, like and like, here guys, here's our announcement. Like like
What if, I mean, what if though, like, we're all being negative, right? What if,
Yeah,
what if?
yeah.
What if it just,
I
voodoo bows? What if, they just,
Really make that
it's,
happen.
it just turns out
I
that,
hope you'll feel
it
better.
looks very similar
Soon.
to, you can't always.
True. Well, yeah, I
I mean, I
understand.
know the artwork thing you're talking about too,
I
the
need
one
to
in
get
the
into that
gothic,
cave.
Yes, yeah. All
and
like the
picture, and
symbols
like,
and walls.
yeah, and I get
Yeah.
you, but like, I don't know, well, yeah, I mean, that was pretty
Mountains.
decent.
They
And
went
but there
into
was another one
detail.
that was
Yeah.
like a house shingles, and like, I don't know, those shingles looked pretty fucking average. Like, I was like, I don't know that one. So there's a
I
couple of them where like, it
understandable.
felt a little,
Yeah. I get that, and I like to give them the benefit of the doubt. But this book, when what this lady went into, she dove into this and did overlays, and like, there's a lot that is straight up taken, and it's like, well, that's a full
yeah,
symbol. Like, you can't deny this, the pattern here on this wall, and I even the number 4 and the way the way they did the logo, which is just like a
mm,
Street Fighter thing. So
mm,
already I'm like, I already believe her more than Capcom, just because they've been
yeah,
making a. But I get it. I don't want to be the negative person. I love Street Fighter. I'm excited for the game. I just want
yeah.
gameplay, and
What
I
do you
want
think
to.
they're gonna do though? What do you think they're gonna do
Damn,
to Street
that's the
Fighter that
biggest
they've
thing.
got to do
Right. What do they
to like
change,
make it
right?
new?
What is
Yeah.
this new thing? Because we've been getting Street Fighter 5 updates for 5, 6 years now. And that had a rocky launch, and it was the
Did
first
it? Was it really? I thought it was.
really bad because
Yeah.
it was like they didn't
The
release a full
balance?
game. It wasn't ready.
Oh,
The
okay.
character wise, they didn't have enough characters. The balance, they had to release a lot of updates, a lot of over and over. The game turned into something amazing, and it's amazing now.
Hmm.
By the time they got to season 2, but it had a rocky launch, and they took a lot of heat for that, and we didn't know what characters were coming. They left out a lot of characters, and we're like, are we even going to get these? What is this? And it was the first game they announced PlayStation only exclusive for Street Fighter 5. So that was another interesting move. I'm okay with that because PlayStation all day.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Strange
so
that.
it makes me think about Street Fighter 6. Will that be PlayStation only as well? We'll see because they didn't get Street
Yeah,
Fighter 5.
PlayStation's gonna watch their their
Their
making
properties now.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Because like, I don't know,
Honestly, dude. Yeah.
now, the big bad guy owns one of them,
Right. And
and
oh,
I don't
that's
know.
a
Do you
big
think?
one.
Do you think? Do you think though? Like, do you think maybe because of all these like, do you think PlayStation will just become like a Japanese? Like, I don't know how many Japanese RPGs are mainlined uh,
Hmm.
on the Xbox, right? So maybe it'll
Right.
just kind of, maybe that'll be like maybe, they'll just get because PlayStation's not going anywhere soon. So maybe PlayStation will just keep the single player, and it'll be okay that they
Hmm.
don't have.
They
That they
see
don't have.
it's worked for
Tell
them.
how you soothed Rue.
Yeah.
This is Microsoft
Ask
now
for
is trying a
permission to go
new
inside.
path. They're trying a new direction to attack,
I'll get my things.
and that's by buying up these things. And PlayStation is losing out on a few games coming up,
You don't have to
like
tell me.
that Starfield is one of them. That's a huge one that's been announced for a long time. But then you find out they're bought just before this game is released in a year or two, and you realize, oh, bam, that just makes that exclusive. This is exclusive. This is exclusive to Xbox now. So we did miss. We're gonna miss out on a few things, but also we're not gonna miss out on other things. Like Call of Duty is still gonna be for PlayStation as well, and things like that. But for how long? How many years? Like I know they did say we're gonna get up till 2024 release for Call of Duty, but then after that, who knows what happens?
I think they'll still release I mean, the only Call of Duty that I've been playing in the last whatever has been
I'd like to.
Call of Duty Vanguard,
I'm afraid
not
you might.
Vanguard, sorry, Call of Duty.
I don't know.
What's that? Not
Oh, the
Warzone. Is it
Warzone.
Warzone? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the only Call of Duty I've been playing.
Which
so
is
I
cool.
don't think they're,
Later then.
I don't think they're ever gonna
So,
get
wait.
rid of that. So
It's not.
Well, they're not going to get rid of the
I don't
Warzone, but they
want
could
to
There's
go.
going to be some perks for
It's
being
just-
on Xbox going forward now for PlayStation. You know what I mean? They may get things earlier than at least. It might be a timed exclusive. Like PlayStation does a lot of timed exclusives with such as their Final Fantasy VII remake and such, and other things. They get PlayStation, Sony, Microsoft, sorry, has been getting them a year later, which is a long
Yes.
time.
Yeah,
to be an exclusive on
No,
PlayStation,
it's not
but
a conversation.
maybe that'll be the case going forward, and it'll be Xbox first and things like that.
yeah, just timed exclusive. But the
Yeah.
Xbox's pass
Me
is
too.
getting so tasty,
Oh,
and
dude,
like it's almost
Sony's coming
becoming
out with
dumb not
something.
to get it.
They're
Yeah,
coming out with
let's
something.
hope
to be
Yeah,
because like that pass is getting like almost undeniable. Like it's
yeah,
like, dude, why
it's
not
so
get
good.
like
Day one
yeah,
stuff.
You join your room so
14
you
bucks
can-
a month or whatever. Then you
Hmm.
can get the PC pass too, which is like another.
Yeah,
This time.
yeah, and
So
I've had to witness that a bit live because my
I'll
roommate
meet up with you in
now
Kansas
has it
tomorrow.
for his
You
PC.
sure about this?
Okay.
We don't do
Yes.
Xbox because we
Go.
like even he's like this is garbage Xbox. We tried the Xbox ones. He bought them and he sold them quickly.
Wait.
But
Oh really?
point being that PC pass now and he like Forza Horizon, the new Horizons, like day one, he's playing it on PC. It's so beautiful. It's gorgeous. Halo, day one, the new Halo, like it's juicy. So Sony needs to do something. And I heard they have something under their sleeve that's gonna pop out soon that it's like the worst hidden secret, but Sony needs to come out swinging with a competitor for that. Yeah.
That's the I mean yeah I'm actually kind of that's the one thing that I'm kind of sad about that there's no Halo on PlayStation. I kind of really want to play that, but I don't
Me
want to
too.
have to buy.
Me
That's
too.
the one
Yeah.
game that is just killing me. I really want to buy that.
I'll
but,
just upgrade my PC if I have to, my laptop, and just get played
Yeah.
that way. I
There you
won't buy
go.
Xbox. Fuck, like screw that. Going for it, I will never.
That's the hate is real.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, my enjoyment comes from PlayStation games, and it did for the last 10 years as far as story-driven single-player games for me. That's what gets me, the PlayStation Studios, man. It's been incredible and enough for me. So as long as that continues as well, and we have that, but the value in what Xbox did with that pass is incredible.
Right? You just want to play all
So,
those games.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, Street Fighter 6, hopefully this fall. We'll see. We need more
Yeah.
info. I need video. I want to know, like you said, what is the dynamic change that they couldn't just update Street Fighter 5 again? Like, what's the new look? And things like that. What have they changed drastically that they felt, okay, it's time to move on to another numbered in the series?
Well, it's been what was the last? It was like 5 years ago, right, or 6 years
Yeah,
ago.
about that. About 6
I
years
think
ago,
they
5
just
years
need
ago.
to. I think that's a good way to sell a full like I don't know upgrade.
Keep giving the updates. Yeah.
Yeah, just
It
give
has
an
been.
updated graphics engine. I think you need to release at least one of those games per console generation. So it's good that it's
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
It looks
Agreed.
like it's coming
That's a good
sooner
point.
rather than later, right?
That's a good point. Yeah,
So
and they'll probably do the
I
same
feel
thing.
robbed if I'm paying. Like I kind of feel robbed that I'm playing a fucking Mario Kart game for the Wii U. Like you know, what I mean? That was their big Nintendo Direct that they're releasing a bunch of tracks for a game that
That's a good
came out on
point.
the Wii U. I was like, oh, gross! Like, come on,
Yeah.
give me a new game. Like, I don't care. Like, it just makes me feel like, oh, it was worth getting this system. I'm playing. You know what I mean? This is why
Yeah.
I got a PS5.
Yeah.
Is it coming for PS4 and PS Pro and that, or is it?
So nothing announced yet, I don't believe,
No,
console-wise.
Yeah.
I would imagine they'll probably still do a P, but you just don't know. You don't know. It's
No.
hard. It's hard to say.
It's weird when they just like
It was a
just
weird
slowly-
teaser. Yeah.
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 And
I'm
that
more
Kylo
about.
Ren body.
Yeah. I'm more
It looked
about.
like Kylo Ren.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sexy Adam
It's
Driver.
the it's
fucking
the Adam
chest.
Driver.
Yeah, fucking full on man chest.
I
I don't want to say he has boobies, but you know.
You know, underneath that suit, we know.
Yeah,
I'm a big advocate for not knowing years in advance what's coming. Like, I hate that wait is there now. I love an announcement and a drop a few months later. That's what we need. That's what I'm missing again in games and such. The last one to do that for me was GTA 5. They announced it and it was released that summer. And but you know, you hear about games now years and years away from the like full development and release, and it's like even movies are doing that. You know what movies now coming. Before you had to go to the movie theater, catch the preview, and then it's
Yeah.
like coming this summer. It wasn't like, hey, Robert Pattinson's doing a Batman, it'll be released in 2030. And it's like, okay.
Yeah,
Like I don't.
I know. I'm like
Why?
bored of the movies before they fucking
Before
come
they even
out, 'cause
get
I'm like,
here, it's like.
yeah, because I'm like, okay, sweet.
So that I
No,
think that goes for
agreed.
games now too a lot. And plus with all the delays you get now, it's even longer. So you waited that long time, and then just a few months out, it's like, oh, we have to add a delay. We have to add a delay. Which,
Yeah.
oh, I that brings me to a good point. I did edit it in the video that I released of us, but our first alpha, their test video. But the God of War I said was coming out in March. They announced a delay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
Okay, so
there's
that's
no
why you have to
given
keep up
time
with our
now.
show viewers because
Yeah,
we
if you're
we
watching
we,
it,
we
you would have saw the edited version. I did edit it properly, but yeah. And they didn't give a release date. They just said it'll be ready when it's ready now. So there you go.
Oh wow, that's bad news though.
That's bad
That's
news.
really bad news.
Really bad news,
That's
dude.
like a total like, what the fuck are we doing? Let's try something else.
Yeah, and they're known for
That's
bad crunch. Santa Monica, that
yeah.
studio. I watched their documentary on that last God of War, and the release, like the whole time, everybody's so stressed because they're not going to hit that release date, and it's such a crunch time, and it's like, oh, that's brutal, man. Rockstar is
You
bad
know,
for that too.
the thing is like, what would get rid of crunch is if we got rid of physical releases for games.
True. Yeah, that's
Right?
good. That's
So
a
if
good
we
point.
only had, I mean, I guess, like, I mean, I guess, I don't know why it's not that it's so crunchy because, like, you can have add-ons now, like or updates, right?
Yeah,
But
true, true. So, but then you're buying non-completed games, you know, and
yeah, I know,
I
but I
hate
mean, you're
that
kind of
part.
doing that anyways.
True. But you know
Like
what? You know what else would help with crunch?
day
Like,
one patch,
there's always a day one patch,
day
right?
one patch, yeah,
It's
All
like
about
they
these
ship the
slashes,
game, it goes gold, and then they're like, we need a patch before you play that
yeah.
game. So, but
How?
you know what I think a good fix for that is, and I was just saying it. Stop announcing the games until they're ready. Till the,
Well, they
like,
need, but I mean, that's the whole like the investors, and they need to have the parties, and they need to, you know what I mean? That's the business side of it, right? They need to be like, what are our pre-orders looking like? Oh my God, I'm on top of a mountain. I'm on
amazing.
top of a mountain. They
On
need
top of the
to.
mountain.
I think that's just the shitty business part about it, man. You know what I mean? Where they're just like, well, we need to, we need to get pre-orders up. We need to get
But I
people
think when it
buying
comes
it.
to games like God of War and Horizons and those types, Street Fighter, those types of games, they can do without that really super years and years early announcement. I don't think those need it. You're gonna get those audience. You have them already. You know the game's gonna sell millions and millions of copy out the gate.
So
What do
really,
you want?
But yeah, I understand what
is
you mean
there
too.
some sort of
Yeah,
problem?
Right?
Street Fighter
It's like
6.
The problem is foreigners.
people that
You're the
don't.
second
Yeah,
one
I'm
I've seen
excited. Well,
today.
let's have
The sooner
a
you all go,
Street
the
Fighter
better the
tournament.
soil
We'll
will
have
be.
Oh,
everybody
buddy,
use his
Less
name.
we
chance of bad
we
seed.
have
I'm
to
sure
do
I'll
that.
lose, but I
I
like
would've thought
playing.
easing your land
We
god's
have to
pain
do
would
that.
Story
be
of my
some
life.
goodwill around here,
Let's see.
but
Ray's going to die anyway.
So
Just
that's
like all of
exciting. Yeah,
us.
I mean, I
Meanwhile,
don't know. Like,
Outlanders come, taking what little we
I
have
like
left.
Street Fighter.
Just
Love,
like
like
that
I
Karja
love the
huntress I
characters.
saw
Grew up with
earlier.
them and everything.
All
Am I
dressed up
super
like a bird,
excited? Is
dragging an
about a new
Utaru
Street
girl
Fighter?
behind
Yeah, I
her
mean, I
like a
guess.
slave.
Like, you know what I mean?
Called the
Like,
girl a thrush.
they're really gonna have to
Never
do
heard that
something to
before.
like make me go,
Must be
oh,
some old
like, you know what I mean?
Karja
Like,
curse.
Yeah,
wait, a
to
Karja
really
huntress
like,
grab you.
with a new
yeah,
title
like,
What, am I
I don't
talking to
know,
myself
fix
here?
fix
Yes.
some of the
Saw them
fluidity.
just
I
today
don't know,
running
like,
southwest.
Which
I
is what
noticed that
they should
they're
have shown in this
Can't
teaser.
harvest the
Like that
stand
should have been
anyway.
shown in the trailer, so
Too
we
many
had
machines.
those kind of things to be more excited
Poor
about.
Utaru
You know what I
girl,
mean?
whoever she is.
yeah, right. Kind
May
of
her
looks like
seeds
Batista.
find fertile soil.
Fucking thick,
I
man.
know you didn't mean to, but
Too
you
thick. I
just
mean, I
happened to
like
find an
Ray,
old
but like,
friend.
I thought he was a little bit nimbler.
Thanks.
He's supposed
Don't
to be
need
an
your
Asian
thanks.
man.
Don't want it.
He's supposed to be
Yeah,
Chinese.
yeah,
He's not.
yeah.
He's not a
That's
white
right.
person. Ken's the white dude, and his.
Right, he's supposed to be Japanese or something. Actually,
Yeah, yeah, no,
yeah,
yeah, he's supposed to be Japanese.
yeah. So you're right. It's like we kind of throwing that out the window. uh, totally, man.
I find that kind of funny. But I
That
don't know.
is.
Who knows?
It is
Who
funny.
knows?
Though.
I don't think anybody knows any of like
Six
any of
man.
this stuff. I think we all just make it up as we go along.
True. True.
But no, exciting. So yeah, I'm pretty
Until the
excited.
Ural
But
is out in plain sight.
had I
Past the
had a
forest
not
and looking
had
down
a
into the
had a
secret cave.
Street Fighter game come out in 2 more years, I probably would have noticed. When do you think it's coming
I
out?
can read your
I'm
gut.
thinking this fall.
And
Yeah?
maybe we can
Yeah,
find
That
that's-
soon?
strangers
yeah,
and prove
yeah.
that we're-
Wow.
They said
Let's
in the
see.
trailer more news
Any
coming this
friends?
summer, like a
See what
lot
she's
more.
doing out here.
And then I'm thinking they're just gonna announce
Maybe
this
explore
fall,
a little.
and then it'll get delayed, and then, but you know,
Well,
yeah,
they can't blame COVID anymore.
it's true.
Or maybe they can.
I think they can blame
If COVID
COVID for
comes
quite a
back.
bit. Yeah, they'll come out with a new variant. It's the Sony variant, which just causes things to be
Oh my
delayed.
God.
It's the game variant. This is the Ryu
game-
variant from Japan.
I'm just slapping people. So that's cool. So that's
Yeah.
woo.
Send this to my
That's
stash.
very exciting. I'm excited for Final Fantasy. What is our next?
I say we talk about that Call of Duty delay, which is that's something I was not expecting ever to happen in the next
Really?
decade.
Yeah, I mean,
you're just so used to these yearly releases. So to me,
yeah, I mean, I don't think we're missing out on anything. I think
no,
maybe,
me either. Me
I
either.
think there maybe we could wait a year and maybe look at R&D or Call of Duty's a little bit better.
Hey, if anybody knows me, I don't give too much. Like, I don't buy into the new Call of Duties at all. I haven't bought a Call of Duty since Call of Duty Ghost. Like, that early in the PlayStation 4. I think it was the first one for PlayStation 4. But after that, I just got annoyed with... They focus too much on the online part of it. But I just mean overall, the thought of, man, I haven't heard of a Call of Duty not being released each year. And, like, it hasn't. They've been releasing them steady since 2005, every year, and I was like, that's a lot,
Yeah,
big time.
I don't know. I don't know. I just stopped. I just like it felt like if I didn't train at playing that game, I wasn't going to be very good at it. And so I don't know. I played Warzone the other weekend with some buddies, and we got we got first twice in a row, so it felt pretty good on one
Okay.
map. So I was like, yeah, it's been okay.
Congratulations.
I've gotten better at running away from enemies, not so much actually shooting them, but just like not getting shot
Yeah.
and being able to stay alive for my team. So
That's an important trait to have.
yeah, it really is. Like, I'm not a very good shot, but I'm really good at not getting shot. So I kept everybody alive, and it was good. But yeah, that's
So right
that
now,
sucks.
well, there is a bit of back and forth as far as I'll push pause on this so I can read the update. There is an update on that article. So Activision has reached out and they said that regarding their delay to 2024, but they didn't specifically say that they didn't debunk it. They just said we have an exciting slate of premium and free-to-play Call of Duty experiences coming this year, next year, and beyond. We look forward to sharing more details. But this does come from a pretty reliable, like this is from actual Bloomberg sources from actual calls saying that Vanguard, I think they're just covering their asses because Vanguard did poorly for them, and I think they kind of
really?
they really want to shift focus, and they're saying and the release of Battlefield 2042 may have affected sales of Vanguard. You cannot blame that game for anything because that game has been nothing but a complete failure, and the people that have been dropping off of that game, you can't use Vanguard as saying they took away anybody from you.
That's nuts.
Yeah, but they haven't
that
specifically
game.
said that. But the report's out there. I think they're going to announce it soon that it is delayed. They'll give an official announcement.
Yeah, Battlefield. I see videos of that game, and it just looks.
How do you screw up something so bad that you've been releasing so much for so many years? Like, it should never be less value. You should never take things away.
Yeah,
I mean, things that work, the working mechanics. Is it too expensive
to create video games for the price that they want to? Is that the problem? Is that like
fair point?
Just like they can't churn a profit for how much like an $80 game just isn't enough money because I don't know, like Warzone's free and they can make money. Like how come Battlefield can't make money? Like
yeah.
I'm okay
that's
with
a good
that.
point.
I'm okay to make money that way if you want You know what I mean? If you
Yep.
have content for free, like you can buy all the weapon skins and all that shit, and some of them I was tempted to buy. I haven't bought anything yet, but you know what I mean? That's a great way to make money, and their game for the most part, although constantly being hacked, every time you log in, you have to get your like your fucking cheat software upgraded because it's like constantly being hacked by like
Yeah, yeah.
every crypto mining computer. I think that's what crypto computers do. They just figure out how to hack Call of Duty Warzone because every single time you log in, it's like, oh, update necessary, update necessary.
Yeah, that's yeah, that's funny. And that's also a fair point. We live in a different world these days. And a lot of that is from that. Call of Duty really is cracking down, though, I hear on a lot of that. They seem to have a okay system with getting the cheaters out
Oh, right on.
and banning them and such, but again, we'll see. I think the people will be okay because we have that free-to-play Warzone, and they're saying they're gonna. I'm sure they'll be releasing content for that throughout the year, seasons. Like we're in a different world where you don't have to release a physical new game all the time. You could just update the one that's out, like they
Yeah.
do with Destiny and like they did with Street Fighter that we were just talking about. That's okay as long as that content feels all new all the time and it's updated and it's upgraded. I love Destiny updates. Speaking of Destiny updates, tomorrow's the day we get The Witch. Sorry, no, today it was released. The Destiny 2's new expansion. But that feels like a whole new game, so I'm okay with that. But hey, do we really care about a new campaign, one player for Call of Duty? Nah, I don't think people buy it for that. They buy it for the online, right?
Oh,
For Call
I
of
got
Duty,
you, fucker.
they
Yes,
they buy it for online.
I think if you keep updating Call of Duty, people will be happy with it. I don't think
I think
they're
so too.
as long as you
Warzone
can
will
give
tie
more
people
content.
over. As
Yeah.
long as you keep updating that, Warzone will tie people
Yeah,
over.
but it is. I was kind of excited to get into Battlefield this year. I don't know why, but I was like, no, I kind of want to give it a try.
Mhm.
And to see it just kind of shit the bed so bad kind of
It's
sucks.
it's so
It was
weird,
such like a legacy series too, you know? Like
right?
so weird that like
It's so weird. The trajectory was going up, up, up. The games were getting better. They were doing good things. I love the destruction in those games to buildings and things, and then they just threw all that away
yeah,
and released
I
it
don't know.
incomplete. The maps are so big you can't, and now especially with everyone dropping off from playing it, you can't find people. It's so empty and desolate. You can't
Oh,
destroy things like you used to. Like, what were they thinking with this? What were you thinking, EA and Dice?
maybe they wanted it to play on a cell phone.
Yo,
No, I'm not kidding. Like maybe that's what
okay.
it was. Maybe
Sorry,
they were trying to. No, it's a funny thought. I don't take
Yeah,
any
yeah,
offense.
I
But no,
understand.
right? Maybe that's what they wanted. Maybe they wanted it to be, or maybe they still want it to be. You know, I think gaming on the phone, I like gaming on the phone, but when it comes to like such an intense game like that just kind of
It's a
saps your
AAA
battery.
title that you
Yeah,
should be more focused on the console, and then you do a port like they did with Call of Duty on the phones. But the
yeah.
main, it's like what Konami did. They completely gave up on consoles and PCs, and now just focus on mobile gaming. Like, and that was such a bad. That left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. Even like Hideo Kojima, when the way he got booted out of Konami, like in their studios, and it's weird. You have this history with like Metal Gear and other things, and then you just like, oh, I understand the future could like, that's a big move for a company going. There's more value they think, but focus on the big one and then port it to mobile. I think is the
As long as my favorite IPs don't get fucked up too much, I
right.
mean, I kind of close my eyes and plug my ears when I see everything that SquareSoft does because they're like a weird like yin and yang company where I
It's true.
love the things they make,
True.
but then there's also then they like have all these like fucking Final Fantasy games that are just look like just want to steal your money.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. They're another one, where they're like teetering half and half.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get it, man. I
it's
didn't like the Avengers game at all. I didn't like.
oh, dude, that was crazy. That was crazy. But the worst thing about it is that as we talked about it before, the fucking, um, the Guardians of the Galaxy, their
Right.
game was so good. So like,
I
what's going on?
I think that was a case of, oh crap, we really screwed up here with Avengers, and they went and like it's a way I think they took a deep look back at themselves and was like, what can we do quickly to turn this around? And they did it quick. That Guardians of the Galaxy came out fast from the announcement. I think there's the way to do it. That's what I was mentioning earlier. Like I don't need to know years in advance you're doing a Guardians of the Galaxy game. Announce it at E3, release it within the same year, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's true.
They did that with
was
that,
kind of
and the
nice
game
about
was
that.
good. The game was really good, and it was a single-player campaign, and that's where my heart lies anyway. It wasn't so focused on get your team, and everybody plays a different Guardian, and blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think it would be cool. Speaking of like, I don't know, this is kind of off at a tangent, but speaking of multiplayer, like, I don't know why they couldn't have had a co-op. Like, why they've forgotten about co-op. Like, Horizon Zero Dawn would have been a fucking great Horizon Forbidden West. Sorry, would have been a
Yeah.
great game to have co-op. Why not have co-op in this game?
I agree. That
Why not?
could
Like,
be cool. I think
Why
that
not
would be
taking
really
out
cool.
Dinosaur together? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, why? I really hope that. Really hope that's. At least
I wonder if
thought
that's
about
in the future. Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah, that'd be a
Something to think
$1 million
about.
idea.
Guerrilla Games, get on it.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh crap! I
Art.
just got destroyed from behind, and I'm not talking in like a porno. This these damn robots. Critical strike.
Cool. Well, so I have an article, kind of a funny one. I guess this is kind of it, right? Last one?
Yep.
Last one of the night? Yeah, baby. Father loses $20,000 from his daughter playing Genshin Impact. He ends up getting it back.
Yeah, that's funny.
But oh my god, $20,000. That kind of man. All our stories tonight have been like perfectly melded into each other.
Yeah,
We're
I like it.
enjoying
I like it. Go ahead, buddy.
So this last one, yeah. So I guess she got on there and she spent $20,000 via credit card.
Well, don't have to worry about running out.
And,
Wild.
And
I just, you know what I did when I heard that news? I went and downloaded that game. Well, they have it. It's for free on PlayStation Now as well. And I heard good things about it. It's actually got good reviews and stuff. So I did download it. I haven't played it yet, but
what, Genshin Impact?
there is a Genshin I did. Let's see if I hope I'm not getting that mistaken, but let's see. Yeah, no, I got it. Yeah, Genshin Impact. It's free on PlayStation Now, so I grabbed it and I haven't dove into it yet.
What are you doing?
No, dude, have you seen the
So
review, like the
gross.
gameplay? Really? Maybe
Oh, yeah,
maybe
dude,
it could be.
I won't be part of that. I think that game, like the guys that made that game, I know that Raid Shadow Legends are made by one of the largest gambling companies in the United States.
Yeah.
Interesting fact, you didn't know.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I can't, those gacha games, I can't.
Well,
I'm afraid that I'll get addicted.
I understand what you mean. Yeah, no, that's a fair.
Because I want to play
Fair
to the
point.
fullest, right? And you
Yeah.
can't, like, you really can't.
Well, is the
so, like,
console version? I think the console version is a bit different than the mobile version that this woman spent all that money on. This girl or whatever. She's
No, it's all the same. It's all
Is
the
it?
same. It's like, yeah, that's the thing about it, is it's
another thing too. This is
all-
not a child that bought this. This was like an 18-year-old girl or something, right? I believe in the article. I'm like, they should know better than spending all that money from your dad's credit
Yeah.
card. This is an adult. Well, I guess, legally speaking, but not mentally speaking, I guess. But yeah. Oh, okay. So I didn't know that. I thought it was a different game console. Like I thought the mobile version was more of a cash grab. But I mean, like, I haven't played it. I didn't pay anything for it. I just looked at the reviews, and it did get a lot of praise. But I understand. I like the style of game. I like it's the fast JRPG style stuff.
No, it's totally awesome. Like I'm not saying
Mhm.
anything about
Oh, I
like
see
the
what you mean.
problem with this. Like I agree, but like
It's the
it's
business
the kind
aspect
of
of
game
it.
like heroin is a good
Right.
time. Like you know what I mean?
Good,
Like
good
heroin is a
point.
good time. Cigarettes, awesome. I love them. Drinking to
Same.
near blackness, I love that as well.
Yeah. Okay. I
Um,
understand what you mean now. That's a
it's
good
like
point.
one of those. It just kind of, it's kind of like, it's 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 kind of like a fake, I guess. I don't know. Like
Mm-hmm.
you have to pay for stuff, so like
Right. Right.
it you have to pay to play the game. Like it's not
Right.
a free like
And
it's
then you're
not like you have to.
chasing the dragon for the rest of the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. And it's
Okay.
kind of like GTA, the same thing that we're having problems with GTA, right?
Right.
GTA 5, which I think is now going to be available on PS Plus. GTA 5, the same thing we had in the online. It always felt like we just didn't have enough money. You know what I mean? That we were just like, oh, like, always felt like I just wanted to throw some money into,
You're right.
you know, unlock something or whatever, right?
Yep.
So
That's
like
true, because that's all I
the
wanted to
same
do
thing.
was start those Dr. Dre missions, and I still
Yeah.
wasn't able to do it after days and days. And then when I look up what it costs to buy money, fake money with real money, they're out of their minds. They're out of their minds. They're literally out of their minds, yeah.
But they aren't because they made $1 billion
hey,
dollars. So
there's a lot of idiots in this world. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that there's not an audience for that. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
to me, you're out of your goddamn mind, Rockstar. But
I know.
I
But
get
I mean,
what
like,
you
what
mean.
is your time worth, right? Like, if
I get it.
it depends. If you played as a life simulator, right?
Well,
Like,
hey,
what is too much? Nothing.
just make the missions easier to access so I can grind it out and get that money. I have no problem gaming for it.
Yeah.
I just don't want to pay real money for it. I already bought the game, so give me access to grinding it out. Don't make that part so hard that it's like I can't even do it, that I have to turn to buying it with real money.
I think
in
you
order
just need to
enjoy it.
play more. I think you just.
Yeah,
need
but
to
you
play
can't
more
if you
and more and
can't.
more.
It's true. Yeah, you're right. You just have to do a lot more of maybe the
Yeah.
single missions and
I think
such.
we just didn't play enough.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I guess if you're like, because I played this shit. I mean, I don't know. I played Red Dead Redemption 2, so I don't know.
Right.
What I played from that, but
Which I haven't done yet.
no, the online's fun. Online
Yeah.
is fun.
We'll
But I
try that
played
out
all
one
of it.
day, guys. We'll try that out, guys.
Yeah, one day
Stick
we'll
around.
play.
We'll,
Maybe when a new update comes out.
we're just
Maybe when
so
they release the Red
Horizon.
Dead Redemption.
Yeah, are they releasing some new Red Dead stuff?
Maybe they'll release. I don't know what their plans are for
Plan
this.
is?
I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how much little money they made from Red Dead Redemption, right? So that's all new stuff. Yeah. So another kid, but I mean, that's the kid stealing the credit card. That's kind of like it's another story.
Did
$20,000
she
is a
steal it,
lot.
or is
The
it
reason-
just
it's not
on
like
the phone, right? Like, because my card isn't connected to my phone like Google Pay if
Yeah.
I want to purchase things, but I do have to use ID, like, which she could have access to because it's her dad.
Yeah. Oh, kids know this differently.
And she's 18. I don't know if we call her a kid as much as... She should know better than this.
Yeah, I mean, I think like.
I'm in a huge
weird
battle
because
right
if it
now.
was
I
just-
just got
it-
ambushed. Sorry.
Oh, really?
Go ahead. Oh,
It's fuck off, bird. It'd be simple. It'd be simple if it was as honest as like, oh, it's a game that asks you for money, and sometimes some people get carried away. No, like literally, they're trying to get your money. You know what I mean? Like they're actively using every single psychological technique that psychology and
Yes.
and
Yeah.
focus testing and psychiatry and Freud and
yeah.
fucking
When they
Dr.
actually
Love
start
and-
using these tactics, you understand. I get what you mean 100%.
You know what I mean?
It's
So-
like
so it's-
they're
it's
not
like
out there to make the enjoyment better for us. They're out there like a TV ad. How do
Yeah.
we, type of thing. So
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
So like, I mean,
It's
they
a
are making a
business.
game because they're making like, I mean, I Horizon Forbidden West. I hope a lot of the people who make it feel like they're expressing themselves through art, and
Yeah.
and people might be doing that as well through Genshin Impact.
Mm-hmm.
But they're using that art to really hypnotize
Right. Right.
people into spending just way too much money
And
on.
that's when it's a bit evil, eh? Like,
Yeah,
it feels
like-
evil now. It doesn't feel like a good time Yo, you just opened my eyes to a few things there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like that's, I mean, it's just and that's where like to me it feels like tainted. Like I stay
Yeah,
away from
that
those
feels
games,
dirty
like-
now.
Yeah,
Okay,
my
I
buddy,
get
one of my best buds, he got Genshin Impact, and I was like, oh yeah, and I kind of, I don't know, not warned him, but I was like, oh, so, and I think he stopped playing because he just got sick of being asked for money constantly. 'Cause they're fucking,
Yeah.
like, it's honestly like, they have they're like the casino, it's like a casino,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
if a casinos came for you, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like you
And that's
usually
what
have to go to a
mobile
casino.
and that's what mobile games are these days, because it's like, hey, pay this to get this or watch this ad right now. You know what I mean? There's that aspect too, and I hate that. It's like,
Oh, really?
you feel gross because you have to watch ads to move forward. I'm like, what is that? Come on, guys. Like
Well, I
EA.
mean, they have to pay. They have to pay the ones in the games are fucking gross.
That's what I mean.
The fact that
Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah, that's nuts that they put ads in sports
Oh.
games where they put
Like, you
the,
see that EA loading
Old
screens,
Spice.
remember, or 2K? They use their loading screens on 2K for basketball. Used to
Yeah.
be commercials, like, and it's like, what? Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, yeah, I totally
No,
get
man.
that.
Okay, well, I think great show.
Great show, buddy.
For tonight. We
Loved
covered
it.
the VR headset. We covered
Yes,
Modern
Street-
Warfare, maybe not coming out this
Yeah.
year. Street Fighter.
Street Fighter
I,
6.
I'm not doing them in any particular order, sadly. but,
Yeah, no, all good, buddy. That's
Street
great.
Fighter 6. What else are we talking about tonight?
What did we get into there?
Um,
We also
the-
dove on some tangents as well. We got into VR deep talk. We got into marketing now in games as well there a little bit.
We always get pretty deep in our and the $20,000
Ah, yes, we just
and the
talked. Yeah,
$20,000 lady that
is playing dumb so they can get their money back, which they will.
yeah, well that's
So-
I mean, it just take away her items and then how does money work now when you can take money from the economy, $20,000, and then buy
Yeah,
a sword or a bow or a
Yeah.
dress?
What is that? This is a
for-
meta world
for
that
a
is blowing my
character.
mind. Like, what is
Right?
that shit? Come on. Oh,
Like,
they
how
shouldn't
does
even.
that-
You
how
shouldn't
does
even
money
be
get
allowed to
anywhere?
do that, right? You know, like that option shouldn't be there.
It's crazy though. It's crazy. Like, how can money be a thing if it can just become, if we can buy nothing with it, right? Like,
Yeah.
money was created to, I guess, maybe that's a deeper episode.
Yeah. Join us on our conspiracy channel.
Yeah.
We'll discuss money
We
and
get the
pyramids and aliens.
Yeah. the fucking Aztecs and the Freemasons.
All right,
If we want
buddy.
to go full Joe Rogan. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for listening.
Love you guys.
Love you, guys. Have a good night. I'm Adam Zad,
I'm JR.
and this is Jada
See you
Zed
guys.
Gaming.
Till next time.
Hey, love you. Wait, that was fun, bud.
That was a lot of fun, dude. I enjoyed that one.